We have the mouth, the eye, the operculum, which covers the gills. It's the hard flap. You're going to cut that off. This line right here is the lateral line. It senses vibration in the water. It's like the ears. I also found in a fish tank, if you shine a laser on it, fish go nuts. Just something to know. The dorsal fin, which is the top one up here. All right. This is also a dorsal fin. The caudal fin, which is used for propulsion. Dorsal fin is steering. All the caudal fin does is make the fish go forward. That's all it does. The pectoral fin, think about your muscles, pectoral muscles. The pelvic fin, down by the pelvis. And then the anal fin, which is down by the anus. And then you have the scales. Am I missing any parts? Go get me a paper. Okay, am I missing any parts on the outside? What? Anal fins or pectoral. Let's see, to cover them all. Eyes, nostrils, should all be of operculum, scales, lateral line, fins, dorsal, pectoral, pelvic, anal, and caudal. Yes, okay, let's cut something open here. This is the cutting of the fish. All I need is a scissors and a fish. And you want to try to do it the same as the diagram, so you kind of want them facing the same direction. Does that make sense? Makes it easier to follow, yes or no? Okay, so all I'm going to do is stick the scissors into the anus. Again, yeah, I know, don't shut up. And not deep, you don't want to cut anything, so you kind of cut it shallow. And small snips. And I'm going to snip it all the way up to through the pelvic fin, all the way up to the top up there. And you see there's stuff in there. All right? Yeah, that's all there is. And then you can see I can pull it back. And it's just a matter of cutting up to about the lateral line. Now, most students kind of go too far. And you can kind of, it's hollow in there, and it will ooze a lot of fluid. It's just the preservative. It's not the fish or anything like that. And notice how I'm pulling it back. Yes? Okay, pulling it back. And I'm looking for the cavity in there. And it makes that cracking sound because you're cracking through ribs. That's fun stuff right there. And then you can see there's a little shelf, and I can actually tear that. All right? Okay, it's a female. Just letting you know. And then, I probably should cut off the operculum. Just pull the operculum off. And you're cutting through the real thick part right here. Okay, so now I can see the gills. And then it's just a matter of removing this from trying not to cut the gills, and that's the part of the secret here. And just down underneath, ta-da, one dissected fish. Going real quickly, these are the gills. I'm going to go in order from the lines on your paper. So the starting here and working my way down, starting over here, working my way down. First thing is the gills, these little things here. This little triangle right here is the heart. How will we call it? Ventricle, sorry. And this one's called the ventricle. That's the second one. The liver is this right here. It's the third line. The fourth line points, you got to figure out where it points. It points to the pyloric ceca. The pyloric ceca are the little fingers. If you kind of pull that away. Oh, it's got something in its stomach. This is going to be fun.
Is it pregnant?
Well, yeah, that's what these are, is the eggs. You realize that every one of my classes is going to hear this from this point on.
Oh.
It's all right. The pyloric ceca is as you go around, there it is right there, a little finger-like thing. It wraps around the stomach and it helps in digestion. That's pretty much all it does. You have the intestine, which when they're pregnant like this, and you can see all the eggs kind of gets pushed to the side, but it's the tube that goes down the bottom. That's the last one on the left side. And then you have the stomach, which is what I'm holding right here, which I'm going to cut open here in a minute just to see what's in it. So the stomach. Over on the right side from the top, is the swim bladder, and the swim bladder is this big empty space. See this big empty space right here? Yes? Okay, that's basically for buoyancy. The fish will sink, but if you fill it up with air, or in some cases oil, oil floats. So the fish will fill it with oil and it becomes more buoyant. Or to empty it out, or the gas out, or the air, the oil out, and it sinks. And so what it does is it allows the fish not to use any energy to go through the water, or up and down. It can just go through it. It doesn't have to work and say, oh, I'm floating, I need to swim down, or I'm sinking, I need to swim up. It can regulate its buoyancy. The second line on the right is this black line underneath the spine. That's the kidney. All right, now think about what we've seen. We've seen the earthworm that had the kidneys between each, the nephridia between each segment. Now you're seeing a fish where the kidney is located along the backbone. If you know where your kidney is, or as you'll see in the pig, we've kind of centralized that into one area along the back. Your kidney's along your lower back. And that's the second line on the right. And the last line on the right is the ovaries or testes, depending on what you have. And that's this little thing here, and it's full of eggs. And just for the fun of it, let's figure out what's inside this thing. Oh, calm down. Worst thing that can happen is it's like worms or something like that. And all I'm doing is cutting open the stomach. Can you do that? Yes, I don't mind. It's kind of cool. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's all kinds. Oh, there's a fish.
Oh my God.
Oh, cool. Look at that. Now that is cool. Look at that. See a little fish? Can you see it?
That is so sad.
Well, that's actually half digested.
So it ate it?
Yeah, it ate the fish. It ate it whole. And then probably because they grew in tanks and they probably fed it. It's like a minnow or something. But then you can actually see it partly digested. When you move the thing, you're killing me. But that's okay. That's all right. No.
And
you can actually see the fish. You see it? So if you see something like that in your stomach, when you were done with this, by the way, throw it out. The parts, when we're done, I'm going to give you the plastic bag, wrap it up in the paper towel, put them together, but like the operculum, all the solid parts go into the trash. Got it? Okay.